Hello everybody. Today is March 6, 2014, 4:30 p.m. It's been quite a long time. So time to show what's in the door now. It's been basically 3 months since I've posted a last updated video on my Litecoin mining rig. Let's see. Since it's March, it's very noisy and it's quite warm. I have this fan still blowing down, but it will be turned off when summer comes, as the heat will be blown back down into the room, which I don't want, so I will close that off. But what I have now is quite large, as you see. Okay, I have one box fan, 2 more industrial fans, and another one to push all the hot air out into the house in the back. Okay, as you can see, it's a lot larger than the last Litecoin video. I also have ditched the monitors, as I'm running all the computers on USB drives with BAMT miner. Excuse me. What you see is the same rig, 4 7950s running at 590 kilohash each. Due to the fact that BAMT miner, I've undervolted every single card to as low as it can be, where it can be stable and uses less power. I have attached 2 Cooler Master Mega Flow fans to exhaust more heat out there. This rig is the same 4 power colors, 7970 with a Cooler Master Silent Pro, which are very good. I have 4 of them right there. This one. Alright, this bottom one, if you remember from the last video, there were 3 Sapphire 7970s Dual X. Now I have 5. I've added 2 since then, so I did promise 5. I managed to run 5 on a single 1350 watt power supply. They are actually running at 970 watts or 1000 watts off of 1 PSU, because I've undervolted them so low, and they're hashing really well at 670 kilohash each with the wattage that low. So I'm very happy there. What's up here? I have 3 Asus R9 280X and an OEM stock 5970s I had for Bitcoin mining about a year ago, but now it's mining Litecoin. Yep. So, as you can see, this power supply that was used to be for the Bitcoin rig is now used for Litecoin, as the Bitcoin rig is sold. As you see from the last video, the Bitcoin rigs, or most of the Bitcoin rigs, is now gone. So this is now hashing away very well. I like these cooler, they're very pretty. Goes with the red scheme. Everything's red here. The next rig down is 4 R9 280X from Sapphire, each doing 720 kilohash. Also, they're undervolted, so the power supply it has room to breathe. It's using around 1000 watts. 1000 watts. Below that is another 4 R9 280X from XFX. Now, I've said XFX is not the best to mine, but you can always make the card run well with Linux. The USB back there. I'm sorry for the outrageous noise. I have to talk a lot louder because these fans are at 50% of speed, or level 2 out of 3. So, and the box fan is running maximum to just dump all the heat out. So each of these cards is running at 700 kilohash. So that equals 2800 kilohash on this one. These are running at 720, as I said. So they're running around set to 2880 kilohash. This top rig is doing 2770 kilohash. That one's doing 2360. That one's doing 2690. And that one there is the fastest at 3350 kilohash. Now for the newest addition to the rig, which is, well, you can see through it because I don't have the next rig up yet, but that will be later. These are special is because they are 3 Asus R9 290, just 290, no X, just the standard 290. They are hashing at 800. Now, I know they can run at 900, but the power supply is only 1200 watts. And when I overclocked them, I was using more power than needed to get that hash rate. So I was like, not worth the extra power. Undervolted, not undervolted. Basically stock speed and power tune -20. And I'm saving a lot of power. They're doing about 955 watts as I measured. So it is extremely noisy, but that is my Litecoin rig in this room. I have one more rig just kind of sitting out there. So, and I have now maxed out my circuit safely. They're running just over 80%. So they're running around 17 amps. So it's 85%. This one's running less than that because there's only one rig. So I'm running them basically maxed out. I can't add any more, and even if I can, the circuit's only a double pole 50 amps. So I have 100 amps. 80% of that is 80 amps. 100 amps, 80 amps. So, and each of these is 20 amps. So 80%, 80%, 80%, 80%. So 16 amps times 4. So you can do the math there. Also, the switch that was here is now been replaced by a 16 port switch by Netgear to run the computers, because I ran out of space with the Western Digital switch. Okay, you can see the wire is going to this one, which is, well, my Bitcoin mining. Look how small it is. I'm still running these really old, nearly a year old eruptor sticks and BFL jalapeno. They're hashing what, 12, just say 12.2 gigahash. I don't really care about Bitcoin mining. As you can see, most of my investment has gone to Litecoin rig. This is my investment now. I went from Bitcoin mining to Litecoin, and this is just like there. This is still profitable, but it's so little, and they're so stable. I'll just leave it alone. So there's the Bitcoin rig. There's the, it doesn't even cover my hand, Litecoin rig. So, and this is March. It is almost spring, so the heat, I'm gonna feel it. Alright. There you go. Litecoin rig. Now, let's go to that one extra rig I have in my room. Now it's so much quieter, I can actually speak normally. It is actually hard to see. Let me grab a flashlight. There it is. LED. So, here we got 6990 is now in my room. Plus the other two cards. I've actually replaced the coolers and put it on the two Sapphire 7970s to keep them cooler, but these are actually efficient. what I'm running is a really old motherboard that I got from my very first PC purchase like a couple years, like 6 years ago. Yeah, 5 to 6 years ago. The power supply is that XFX 1000 watt power supply, and all these are actually, this one is actually undervolted to 1 volt. Those are left the same. They're hashing, this one's doing about 820 kilohash. That one's doing 400, and that's doing about 380 kilohash on Windows, because I'm too lazy to set up wireless on BAMT miner. It's been stable for a few days now. So there's my, and this is my heat, my 2.0, my heat spacer, space heater 2.0. Heat up the room, as it's still kind of cool where I live, so it heats up the room well. Heats up the room and makes me money. Also, all those new cards I got kind of accumulated as all the boxes just kind of pile up. There you go. There's a good Litecoin rig.